Yeah, but we got to win, though, and that's the big thing. It's about winning.
Do we really got to win? How much do we got to win?
We got to win. We got
look.
Gotta win.
You know why I say that though? Look, this is why I say that, y'all. Y'all know we got this 26 class coming off a 7-6 season. Out of these 35 players, I think 30 of them was committed to us before the season even started. So all these players that you see, the Luke Wakefuls, they committed to us off us coming off a 6-6 season.
Right.
They didn't commit to us coming off this season. They was already committed during the whole season.
But Carter, I think these 35 kids is coming in and say, "Hey, we can make a difference. We can turn this thing around." Because
you know why them players did that? One name, Bowden,
Chad Bowden.
That's why.
Chad Bowden. That's why.
Huge part. It all came together like it's supposed to, but Chad played a huge part. But it was the culture, it was the timing.
Right.
It's players that parents is like us, grew up as SC fans and not just trying to go up to the Pacific Northwest because of 100 uniform combination and the Nike. You know what I'm saying? Like we lucked up on players that really okay, that's like if our kids, you feel me? Us that's old enough to have kids in high school right now, we know where we should be. We know what you're gonna get over there at SC. We know the education you're gonna get. We know the networking you're gonna get for life. On top of being at a blue blood, yeah, we've been down decade plus. You feel me? Very rightfully so. We could keep it 100, but we know, so all these kids was friends. All these kids play 7-on-7 together. You feel me? So they all
know each other, coaches.
They know each other. So they was politicking with each other. You know what? Let's go over here. Let's go home. Let's go win this together. And then we have certain players. This is what I respect. We had certain players that was spearheading that recruitment too. You feel what I'm saying? The Brayley Conley, not Conley, my bad. Y'all know I'm talking about the corner.
The one he was like the first one to commit. I can't think of his name. I know you're talking about.
I don't know why it's crossing my mind, but we have players spearheading this, bro. You feel me? We have players nah. You know what? Nah. You feel me? Nah. We gonna go to SC. We not going to the Pacific Northwest. We not going down south. We staying home. We finna do this. The Tom Toms and all that. Look, I was at a camp. A couple years ago with Tom, Aiden Breland, all of them, right? It was an O-line, D-line camp that my nephew had right at Winter Circle in Corona. And bro, and when I really see, I look, bro, Aiden Breland, I really thought he was gonna go to SC, bro. Literally. And it was just that was the last year. That was the turning point. Bro, we can't keep losing players, bro.
But you can tell.
Hey, but look, check it out. Hold on, music. Hold on.
Go ahead, Carter.
I think it's simpler than that. It's simpler than Chad Bowden. It's simpler than the kids want to represent for the hometown. It's just NIL, bro, because that's the only thing we was missing. We checked every other box.
We checked every other box, bro. It was the NIL, bro.
Cause think about it. We had 6 players commit to us. If we didn't have no decommitments, the 2025 class would have been like this class. But
that part.
What? We had decommitments because we couldn't compete NIL wise.
Yep.
And now that you guys say that,
I give Chad Bowden his credit,
right?
But it really just USC with the combination of money. It really just USC with nothing holding them back. That's what it really was. Anybody, I could be the GM right now. Tiny, you could be the GM right now, and we still will at least get a top 10 class. Because this the package we could offer you. We could offer you the LA market. This the best location. I mean, I guess you could rival Miami, but Miami ain't got the alumni and the prestige or the academics we got. So
academics is a huge part.
Look, think about it. No other university check all the boxes like we do. If they got academics, they location suck. If they got location, they academics is lacking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We check every box. And we the biggest market in college football. New York ain't got no college football team.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. It's just the USC.
Rutgers is in New Jersey.
Well, they can still consider
but New York ain't gravitate to, like, they don't care about Rutgers football. New York, Rutgers is a basketball school to
That's
them. Like,
basketball. That Northeast is straight basketball.
Right. The whole
yeah.
Northeast up there is.
But what I was gonna say was this though, is that the most commendable thing about this class is none of these kids decided to get out their letter of intent. They're still focused
Because
on
of the philosophy.
If you're like me and you sit 8 hours a day on a shop chair, you want to make sure you have something that's super supportive. I mean, take a look.
That's what I get Chad Bowden credit for. Once you commit to us, you can't take no visits.
Yeah, because even that cornerback was the junior college cornerback that went to Illinois, and Chad went on and took that away from him.
I think Chad, what he did the most gangster shit ever, right? He knew I think he understood the value more than a lot of people at SC knew the value that was selling the program.
Right.
And how you know he knew it is because when he came in, he ain't even been here a year yet.
From our
I think he came in like last March or April or something, right? He ain't even been here a year yet. And he came in.
Anybody want to answer that question on the screen? Even though he went way back with it.
Why do you think the Anthony Thomas?
Well, I was kind of close to that. So like that was in the era
they wanted
where
him to play corner. He didn't want to play.
They wanted him to play corner. We was coming off sanctions. You know what I'm saying? And him coming from you know,
Crenshaw.
Yeah, him coming from Crenshaw and all that, bro. It was kind of like how they almost had Herschel Dennis, bro. It was like boom, like, you feel me? And it was just like brown paper bag.
Tell me, not to cut you off. So you mean to tell me we looked at the Black Mamba in high school and said we want to play you at corner?
Yeah. Because we had tailbacks at that time. I think that year before that or that year of, we also grabbed like Mark Taylor, Mark Tyler.
Yeah.
We had, who else was that? What's the little small one that came out of LA too. Like they had other tailbacks, so they wanted to put him at corner. But see, he was such a good athlete that they thought he could play either way. Because remember that year also, what's the name came over from Crenshaw? They played the same year, and he played linebacker, Hayes Pilar.
Look, check this out, though. Check this out.
Little Pilar.
DeAnthony Thomas, his highlight tape. Y'all remember Noel Devine?
Yeah.
The kid that went to Florida. No, he went to Virginia, right?
He was a phenom coming out of high school. Like,
the kid out of Florida.
Who started getting YouTube. We used to go to YouTube for dudes like him and Noel Devine. I would have told DeAnthony Thomas, you could play whatever you wanted to play. And we should have been looking at him as the next Reggie Bush. We should have felt like, oh, we know exactly what to do with you. You finna play running back. You finna play wide receiver. You finna return punts. You want to play corner? Hey, you could do that too.
Yeah, you see, they learned that with Adoree. You see, when Adoree came, they got it right because Adoree was on both sides of that ball and returning kicks.
Well, they got it right. No, they got it right before Adoree.
Look.
Yeah. They got it right with
Marquise Lee, because Marquise Lee came in as a safety DB, and he wanted to play wide receiver. And when he got out there on the field, he was burning everybody.
Hold on,
and he wasn't even the best player on that Sarah team.
Look. Check it. Adoree was nice on offense, but DeAnthony Thomas, he was something legendary. Like his highlight tape went viral. Like I said, just like Noah Devine did. That was back when who else was going viral? I think OJ Mayo. I forget, but like nah, man. You didn't supposed to look at DeAnthony Thomas and think defense. He was only like $150. Right, I can see if you say maybe you ain't ready for running back or we gonna put some weight on you. But how could you look at DeAnthony Thomas and be like, we want you to play corner prime? What?
Right.
When we had Reggie Bush, like we should have already known the template.
What's that linebacker that played for Oregon this year? His brother played a quarterback for like 4 or 5 different teams.
Ugaleo. We wanted him to play tight end.
Yeah, exactly. Tight end. What? That's why I say he didn't come to USC, because they why I say he wanted to play tight end and not a linebacker.
No, he played D-end, right? The
D-end or linebacker, one of the defensive positions.
What recruiting class was DeAnthony Thomas? That was 2010, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think that's when they had.
That's their same year we had Robert Woods in them in that year?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah,
because when I start, I'm just skimming. Look it up, somebody, because I'm thinking through my head. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to think like, okay, that recruiting class.
Robert Woods and
Robert Woods was 2010. Remember Dylan Baxter and Xavier Grimble and all
I'm
them?
telling you, they had a bunch. Remember Dylan Baxter was supposed to be the next.
Was a little bit before them though, wasn't he?
Like Hayes Pilar was that year. That's why I say. Because remember we had
him and Hayes came out the same year. I know for sure they did.
Yeah, okay, that's 2010 then. Yeah, because remember that was the first year of the sanctions.
Yeah, 2010.
And remember we had Dylan Baxter. He was an all-purpose back. Remember he was supposed to be the next, like, from San Diego. Remember he was supposed to be the next.
Remember when he got off in the spring game and he was doing all that? Yeah.
That was Robert Woods' year. Remember, y'all remember that receiver, Kyle Prater?
Okay, so this is that year. Robert Woods, Dylan Baxter, George Uko, Jesse
George Uko. Stroggins was a quarterback. Was that quarterback from
DJ Morgan?
Lakewood.
That was another tailback out of Woodland Hills.
Deion Bailey. Class.
3, 2, 1, load it up. It's a historic program, and we're taking it to the next level. You got this. How hard are you willing to push yourself? Welcome to P90X Generation Next. Are you ready?
Huh?
Yep.
He was 2011 class.
Okay, so he came the year after Hayes Pilar.
Oh, so that was 2011?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My bad. So that was that next year. So you know what though?
Robert Woods was 2010.
That's what I'm saying. So
that means he came in the class that Marquise Lee came in.
Yeah.
But remember we had Trey Madden. He went over from outside linebacker to running back. Remember Trey Madden? We had Buck Allen in them.
I got it right here. So we got Greg Townsend. This is the 2011 year. Amir Carlisle. That was the kid from Sunnyvale. He was a tailback.
Buck Allen.
Victor Blackwell, Lamar Dawson. Y'all remember him? Antoine Woods.
I could have sworn that was Buck Allen's year too.
Oh, and Trey Madden came out that year. Anthony Sorrow. Yep. Buck Allen.
Buck Allen.
Yeah.
But that was also the year we had, remember, the best player on that Sarah team was George Farmer. Remember, he was faster than everybody.
He came. Oh, yes.
Right. With Marquise Lee. Remember him and Marquise Lee?
George Farmer, Max Whittick, Cody Kessler. Cody came out that year, too. Okay.
Yeah, from Bakersfield. Yeah.
That year was low-key.
I'm from Bakersfield, so I know.
Okay, yeah. Remember, Cody came out of Bakersfield that year.
Hey, this is the question, though. How many receivers, look, this is the question, though. How many receivers and running backs did we take that class?
We had Marquise Lee and George Farmer from the same school. Remember, from Sarah.
They're both from Sarah,
that? But that was the year before we got, huh?
We didn't need nobody else. George Farmer was like the top 5 player in the nation, number 1 player in the nation.
We took Victor Blackwell from Modern Day that year too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. We did. I'm looking at it right now.
But the year before that, we had got Robert Woods in them, so it was like boom. We had holdovers like from that 2010 because we had Robert Woods. You know what I'm saying? So we was stacked that receiver. Yeah, but remember that was already. But that was already. We was already limited. We was limited though too.
The 5-star though. So
yeah, absolutely.
He was rated higher coming out of high school than all them dudes, probably except George Farmer.
George Farmer was actually, you're right.
Yeah, because they fell in love with his speed too, and what he had over DeAnthony, he got DeAnthony speed, but he got even more size. So
y'all remember Farmer he won state.
Higher rated.
Yeah,
George Farmer won state. He won state in the 100th that year though.
Yep, George Farmer was cold.
So I think he was like the number 1 receiver in the nation, actually.
He was. George Farmer was the number 1 receiver in the
nation. He was supposed to be better than Robert Woods. Robert Woods won state the year before because my cousin ran against him. He won the 200 and the 400. And everybody can believe it. He was a straight 5-star and he won the 200 and he stayed. He didn't come in SC early. He stayed because he wanted to run his senior year
He wanted
again.
to run track. Yeah.
He wanted to run track, and he wanted because that's when Sarah was like they was killing everybody in track.
Everybody, bro.
Marquise Lee, I think won the state long jump like his sophomore junior year. Like they was taking state titles like it was no tomorrow.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. In that our 09 class, we didn't really take we took a receiver that didn't pan out. But the year before that, when we got Bryce Butler and them, it was just holdovers, bro. So when Robert Woods came in 2010, that was like, okay, that was detrimental. Like, okay, boom. Because before that, like, remember DJ Showmate, he didn't pan out from Servite.
09 was the year we
had Bryce Butler.
We got Jarvis Turner, TJ McDonald, Kevin Gaff, Byron Moore, Devon Flurney. That was a wide receiver we took from Van Nuys.
Devin Flurney.
Devon Kennard, baller. Let's see who else is in here.
Man, listen. The only thing I hear right now is nothing but talent, and more talent.
For sure.
And USC has fumbled the ball in all them years.
They couldn't do anything because those sanctions, bro.
All them years
decimated.
Some of them years, we beat Oregon up in Oregon.
Yeah,
a lot of them years we would have been in bowl games and we wasn't on sanctions.
We had bands, we had bowl bands.
Now,
remember
with Sarkeesian, we started to fall off, but Kiffin had us rocking and rolling. We was getting #1 classes. We was winning 10 games.
Even with sanctions, low ones, we was still having like top
15-man classes.
And that's my boy on the tarmac. It said, "Look, man, you got to find a way home."
They did Kiffin dirty.
They did.
But speaking of dudes like Farmar and them, that's why I was so happy to see that Tanuk Hines wasn't this speed. Like, no, he a football.
Yeah.
So look, I think Tanuk Hines